Hi, I'm Sarah McGuinness. I'm CEO and founder of Revolutionaries of Wellbeing.
Hi, and I'm Chris, Commercial Partnerships Manager at Revolutionaries of Wellbeing.
We want to share a little bit with you today about the Life Satisfaction Wheel, which is available to you here on the NZDA website. Now, this is quite a good topic to start digging into when you're starting to get an idea of well-being, where you're at, and what are some of the things that you might need to build into your life right now. Now, back in the 90s, we used to talk about work-life balance. It was thinking that, work took up a particular percentage and then the rest of it was about life. What we know now is that actually work is part of life. It's not something entirely separate. So what we want to start thinking about is those different components of our life. Now, there's a really good reason for doing that. And I like to use the analogy of athletes. In fact, this model actually came from working with athletes in my earlier career. And that's what, if you think about a high performance athlete, they put a lot of time and effort into their sport. Often it's the only thing they focus on, almost to the detriment of everything else. Now, the problem is when they become ill or sick or something else happens in their sport, often because they put so much time into one particular part of their life, they don't have other parts to pull them up or to keep them going when things are not going so well. So thinking about the different parts of your life from a wellbeing perspective is a really healthy way of identifying what's going well and what are the areas that you might need to put a little bit of effort or support into.
So this is why we really like the Life Satisfaction Wheel as a model to help you better understand yourself. It allows you to break down the simple question, how are you, into something that's a little bit more detailed. For many of you, it might actually be the first time that you've thought about your life and your well-being in this way. We may be completely well in our physical well-being, but our social or mental well-being may be suffering, or vice versa. So we invite you to download the Life Satisfaction Wheel resource from the NZDA website and enter where you're currently at. You'll see there's a scale here from 1 to 5 across different domains of your life. Don't overthink it. Usually your gut reaction is best. Now, once you've done that, there are some reflection questions in the exercise that you may wish to consider. How do you feel about your life once you have entered those numbers? Is there anything you would like to do to change or improve certain aspects of your life? What would it take to get those aspects of your life that are maybe at a 2 or a 3 up to a 5? Are there any particular changes that you can start making today? There's a whole bunch of questions that will get you doing some reflection and hopefully better understanding the various aspects of your life and what you can do and what changes that you can make to improve the parts that you want to.
Now, I have two final tips to round out. One is that don't feel the pressure to have everything out of 5. Life will never be straightforward. So nothing will ever be entirely, the entire model will not be out of 5. Give yourself a break on some of that and realize that there will always be some things good and some things that you might be working on. The other part of this, and I say this as someone who went through burnout, be realistic. It's really easy to write down what we think we should write rather than actually what we're experiencing. And sometimes we can be a little bit of a false judge of our own well-being if we feel these external pressures to look like we're doing better than we actually are. So give yourself the time and space to actually write down how you're actually going and know that there's no judgment. This is just for you. So good luck.